finding any percentage of a given value without a calculator. So how can you calculate 13% of something? So we take 13% and think, what's that made up of? Now, you know how to find 10% of something by dividing by 10. So that'd be 10 plus 3%. I'll give you your 13%. You know how to calculate 1% by dividing it by 100. So that would be 3 times 1%. And that's how we would calculate 13% of something. So next one, how would you calculate 31% of something? So take 31%, what's that made up of? Made up of 30% plus 1%. And again, 30 is a multiple of 10, which you can calculate easily just by dividing by 10. So that would be 3 times 10%. So let's apply that to a question. So the first question we've got is calculate 13% of 4,500. Now we've just discussed that 13% was made up of 10% plus 3%. So I'll split this calculation up into steps. First of all, we're going to find 10% of 4,500. And to do that, we divide by 10. Remember, we move everything one place to the right, so that would give me 450. Then to find 1% of 4,500, we're going to divide by 100. Move everything 2 places to the right, so that would give you 45. So we now know 1%. To get 3%, we take our answer of 45, multiply that by 3 to get 135. Our final answer to calculate 13%, we're going to take an answer from 10% and 3%, add them together, so we have 450 plus 135 to give you your final answer of 585. Okay, let's have a look at another example. This time calculate 37% of 840. Now 37% can be split up into 30% plus 7%. And again, I've split the calculation up into steps. So the first thing to calculate would be 10% of 840. So we know when calculating 10% of something, we divide by 10, which 840 divided by 10 gives you 84. Now there are 3 times 10 will give you your 30%. So we're going to multiply our answer, 84, multiplied by 3, and that is going to give you 252. Next step, finding 1% of 840. To find 1%, remember we divide by 100, moving everything 2 places to the right to get 8.4. Then we take our answer of 8.4 and multiply it by 7 to give me 7%. So 8.4 multiplied by 7 will give you 58.8. So to get your final answer of 37%, we're going to take our answer from 30% and 7%, add them together. So we have 252 plus 58.8 to give you your final answer of 310.8. There you are. So now I'm going to hand over to you for you to give it a try. I've got 2 questions here. Calculate 33% of 6,800 and calculate 76% of 980. So if you hit pause just now and do some calculations, once you're ready, hit play again and I'll go through everything with you. Welcome back. So the first question, calculating 33% of 6,800, and hopefully these are the steps that you broke your calculation down into. So 10% of 6,800. So we start off by dividing by 10 to give you 680. Then multiply that answer, 680, by 3 to get your 30%, to give you 2,040. Then next step, finding 1%. So we take 6,800, divide by 100. So you would have moved everything 2 places to the right to give you 68. That's 1%. We are wanting 3%. So we take our answer to 1%, 68, multiply that by 3, and that will give you 204. Yes, 204. And your final answer, we're going to add our answers from 30% and 3%. So we have 240 plus 204 to give you your final answer of 2,000. Sorry, not 240, 2,040 plus 204 to give you your final answer of 2,244. And the next question you had was 76% of 980. First step, finding 10% of 980. So we take 980, divide by 10, move everything one place to the right to get 98. Then multiplying that answer by 7. Because if you've got your 10%, we multiply by 7, and that will give you your 70%. So 98 multiplied by 7 will give you 686. Next step, finding 1%. So we start with 980 divided by 100 will give you your 9.8. And we want 6% from that, so we're going to take 9.8, multiply it by 6 to give you 58.8. And then finally, we are going to add our answers from 70% and 6% to give you your 76%. So we are going to say 686 plus 58.8, and you should have got 744.8. Well done.